What's up, collectors? And so much to see us today. I'm going to be taking a look at the recently released pictures for Transformers Kingdom Battle Across Time, Sideswipe, and Maximal Skywarp. So, Hasbro has officially answered my question of who is next. It's officially Sideswipe and Maximal Skywarp. For the collectors that randomly found this video on the YouTube algorithm, pretty much the context of this is that on the previous 2-pack, the Mirage and Grimlock 2-pack, I made a video speculating on who's going to be next because on every single series, for example, Siege and Airrise, we had two versions of 2-packs that you pretty much combine them and they form a big image. So previously on the other 2-pack, I saw a wing there and I thought it was Airraiser, but it was not. It was Skywarp, and it's pretty much the image was just half done and there were a couple things missing, and I was just speculating just randomly and I throw some names there. I don't even think that I throw Sideswipe. I don't even remember. But anyway, if you're interested in that, link in the description down below as well as in the top right corner of this video. The point is, if you manage to get both of them, you can display like this, and as you can see, it looks amazing. Now the image is completed and it looks fantastic. What I meant when the image was not completed is that I didn't get that wing floating around. I was like, if you're gonna put Airraiser on the image, just put her on the background, just like all of the rest. You can see, the Seeker on the background, Dinobot on the background. I was like, I don't get why Airraiser is just there, just the wing, and it was not Airraiser, it was Skywarp. As you can see, they look amazing. You can see Sideswipe and Mirage fighting on the front, and Grimlock and Maximal Skywarp on the background, and they look fantastic. Also, you can see, the Decepticons and the Predacons that they're fighting. You can see Scorponok on the right, and you can see Dinobot on the left. Also, I don't know if that Seeker is Starscream, but let's just call him Starscream. Don't quote me on that one, I still don't know which one it is, but you can see, the Seeker as well on the left. And the unknown character, I don't know if I think it's a Predacon, but I don't know which one it is. I don't know his name. But as you can see, the image itself looks amazing. For the back of the box, the drill, the two robot modes, the Beast mode and the vehicle mode, as well as steps. For Sideswipe, it's 16 steps, and for Skywarp, it's 22 steps. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the back of the box. And for our first figure here, we have none other than Skywarp, and just like Grimlock, I have no background whatsoever on this guy. I have no knowledge, so I don't know his story whatsoever. But as you can see, for the sculpted and details, pretty much the same as Airraiser. Just like Grimlock, the only thing that changes is the face sculpt and the paint job. And as you can see, for the paint job, it's not that bad. I love the white and the brownish color that he has. It looks really nice, and you can see that the face sculpt looks amazing. For the sculpted and detail is fantastic, and it's pretty accurate to his particular representation. You got some photos, one on the left and one on the right. You can see that the left one is pretty much exactly the same as the figure. There are a couple of things missing. It's supposed to be a little bit more darker, not like that, that it's just silver on the front of the face. But other than that, you can see that pretty much is accurate to his particular representation. And for the background of the figure, again, I have no knowledge whatsoever, but I managed to find a couple of pictures. He is essentially from anime, and you can see that what I think is Optimus Prime with Optimus Primal, and a couple of other, Maximals or Beast characters that I have no idea what they are. But essentially, that's pretty much it. That's as far as I know. As always, if you know more than I know, feel free to leave your knowledge in the comments down below. I will appreciate that. But moving into some other pictures, so you can appreciate some other angles. So you can see that amazing sculpted in detail of Airraiser translating into Skywarp, and that awesome paint job. You can see that it honestly looks amazing. It looks legit. I love the white, mixing with the brown. And you can see that the feet is in reverse. That is not menstruous form whatsoever. That is accurate to his particular representation. You can see the photo on the metal. He has the feet of the hawk as his feet in the robot mode as well, and that is honestly nice. Just a simple fact that you can just rotate the feet, and that's pretty much it, for accuracy on his particular representation. It blows my mind. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the robot mode. Let's just go ahead and move on to his beast mode. For the beast mode, there's not much to say. You guys know what this mode can bring to the table by now, and the only difference is the paint job. You can see that it's pretty nice indeed. I love the white, again, mixing with the brown. But other than that, that's pretty much it. This mode in particular, I'm not a fan of it because you're seeing the best angle of it. If you go ahead and look it from down below, it's just awful. You can see the entire robot mode, and just the feet look weird in my opinion. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Again, I have no other opinions of this mode. This is not the mode that I am most excited for. I'm pretty much gonna leave it on robot mode. And for some other angles, you guys can appreciate that sculpted in detail and that amazing paint job. You can see that it's amazing, really accurate in general. You can see the pictures on the left and on the right is really accurate to his particular representation. But they're really smart. As you can see, they're not showing you the weird angles. They're showing you, you know, the highlights because, you know, they don't want you to buy it. But with that being said, that's pretty much it for Skywarp. Moving on to Sideswipe, I mean, oh my god, it's about time we got an air-based mode because the amount of repaints that we got at this guy so far is insane. I got like 4 or 5 and I'm missing a couple. That's how much they are. And as you can see, it looks really accurate to this particular representation. You can see the Autobot logo on the front. The red and the white looks amazing. For the sculpted in detail in general, we already know what this guy can offer. The changes light on the vehicle mode, just making it a little bit more air-based mode. But as you can see, it's pretty much the same as the 100 repaints that we got so far. That being said, I'm still gonna hunt this guy. I want it in my collection super bad. I was waiting for this guy for a while now, and I just cannot wait to have it next to Sunstreaker. They're gonna look amazing on a display together. And this is for sure going to be my last purchase on this mode because this was the only one that I wanted from the very beginning, and I managed to pick 5 of them. And as soon as this guy comes into my collection, those 5 are gone. But moving into some other pictures, you guys appreciate some different angles of that sculpted in detail and that paint distribution. You can see that as far as I can tell, there's not much difference. It's pretty much the same thing. The only difference is the weapons. You can see that it's completely different to the previous weapons that we got so far. And for the sculpted in detail on those is amazing. You can see the one is white and the other one is kind of gray. They look amazing, really accurate to the particular representations, and I just cannot wait to have it in my collection. And speaking of accuracy, for other comparisons, you guys can see how truly accurate this guy is. You can see it's pretty much a copy and paste of his previous incarnation. You can tell that the Autobot logo is on the spot, as well as the sculpted in detail on the chest. You can see that the white and the black on the crotch area is accurate as well as that weird triangle that he has, you know, that white triangle. I don't know how to explain it, but that's accurate as well. You can see that on the legs, it has those same lines on the figure, so that's really nice indeed. And you can see that for the feet in that area right there is red and white, exactly the same as the G1 representation. This face sculpt is pretty much a copy and paste, and you can see that the only thing that is missing is on the arms. They're supposed to have a panel there, you know, a red panel. Pretty much the doors are supposed to be there, and you can see that that's missing on the figures. For the weapon, it's pretty much the same. You can see that the figure has a little bit more of a sculpted in detail on the weapon, so that's kind of inaccurate, but honestly, I'm not complaining. It's really nice that they decided to put some, you know, some detail on the weapon itself. And for the other one, it's more of the same, pretty much a copy and paste. You can see that the color is white as well, and the sculpted in detail is pretty much exactly the same as the G1 representation. Moving on to the vehicle mode, you can see that's pretty much accurate. You can see that pretty much everything is on the spot. The only major difference and the thing that bothers me a lot is the spoiler. You can see that it's not rocking any spoiler whatsoever, and that is not accurate, and it's kind of unexcusable. They kind of had a lot of time to engineer a spoiler, and it's not there. So that is honestly disappointing to me. And you can see that the black on the sides is not accurate as well. That's supposed to be red. I don't quite understand why they didn't manage to paint that red, but I think it's on the robot mode. When you transform it, that's gonna look a little weird on his robot mode. But either way, that doesn't bother me as much as the lack of spoiler. It's unexcusable. They had a lot of time to engineer it, and you guys know that Sunstreaker and Wheeljack has spoilers, so they had a couple of figures to copy and paste or get some ideas out of them. So again, unexcusable. And for a couple of pictures, you guys can see how they look together. Again, I do not understand this pairing. Just like Grimlock and Mirage, it makes no sense to me. I am hoping that they at least appear on the Kingdom series because I'm interested in knowing the background of those characters. But with that being said, that brings us to the end of the video, guys. I'm interested in knowing your opinion on these figures, so leave that on the comments down below, as well as if you managed to secure a copy or not. As in this moment, they're no longer available. I didn't manage to pre-order mine, so I had to hunt them, I don't know, on stores or on a third-party basis or something like that. But with that being said, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like. It really helps you, the algorithm, and helps my videos get out there in a while. So if you get any value out of my content, please subscribe, and I will see you on the next video. But this is pretty much it for Transformers Kingdom Battle Across Time, Sideswipe, and Maximal Skywarp.